What's up, lore masters? The topic I'm discussing today is one that I've been on the fence if I should talk about it or not for a while. I've brought it up a few times, but never really focused on it in a video. However, with the possible release of Axanar occurring, as well as my expansion into other science fiction and Trek fanfiction that is going to be controversial, we should probably go ahead and discuss this entire affair. As I continue to get my degree in digital cinematography as well as study film theories overall, I've come to adopt a theory known as death of the author. I've talked about it before, but for those normies out there, death of the author simply means that once something is created, it will ultimately take a life of its own. That who the author is, or even what the author has said or done, is irrelevant. The work stands for itself, separate from anything else. I'll include a link below from Lindsay Ellis as well as other sources if you're still interested. However, let me give you a couple of examples, and here's one for instance. There is pretty stout evidence that Gene Roddenberry, among the many other things that he was a pretty large sexist, by our standards at least. That said, I don't judge the entire Trek universe based on who he was or what he did. Except for maybe Sisko, who doesn't believe in consent, but that's another story and is not related to Gene exactly, so we'll leave that for another time. The other example is directly within the universe. When Trip is impregnated against his will and consent, he is mocked by the crew of the Enterprise, including T'Pol, a Vulcan. I don't blame the actors or actresses or assume that they are victim blaming or think that way in real life. They're obviously just reading from a script, and the art is quite distinct from the people. Again, the art, the characters they play, are not who they are. So, with the examples there, back to why I'm doing this and how Axanar is involved. For those who aren't in the know, Axanar has quite a lot of controversy with it, and even more so with its architect, Alec Peters. In fact, I've yet to talk to a content creator that doesn't find themselves having to deal with this drama if they want to discuss the world that has been crafted by Alec. Axanar, unfortunately, is literally one of those things that is now just toxic one way or the other. There'll probably even be some drama by me even mentioning it in the comments, just mark my words. However, for those interested, I will leave some links in the description below, both for and against Axanar, and you can do your own research. But on that topic, I have talked to Alec personally. He seems nice enough and has even shared some of my video breakdowns with others. Personally, I don't like some of the attacks that he has done on Mecha Random, and his associations with some other content creators who are questionable makes me tilt my head. But overall, I've never personally had an issue with him, and he's only ever been nice to me. The reason I bring all of this up is because I'm going to be breaking down Axanar if and when the movie comes out, because the work previous to it has been exceptional. If you haven't seen Prelude to Axanar, check in the description below and take a look at what it is. Irregardless, which is a word now by the way, of what's happened in real life, Axanar is something I think is worthy of us taking a look at. This will also be how I'm going to address works in the future. Generally, I'm not going to worry about most controversies, I'm just going to look at the actual universes. That said, one of the reasons that I'm doing this video is that I'm open to the conversation, and I know that somehow people are going to have strong opinions on what I've said today. So let me know. This channel is, after all, a conversation. How do you feel about the fact that I don't think the author should be taken into account? Is it something that really needs to be re-looked at? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next Lore Reloaded.